Well, that's not good. Pentatonic scale is the best scale. Okay, maybe that's not true, but you can't deny it's freaking sweet, and it's probably the one scale that every serious guitar player knows by heart, no problem at all, whether you've been schooled or taught. Everybody knows the pentatonic scale. You know those shapes like the back of your hand. But as a result of that, you can get stuck in the proverbial boxes very, very easily. I know because it happened to me, and it sometimes still does happen to me. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how I like to break out of those boxes in the pentatonic scale. And that was really weird. Phantom blues backing track. Where was I? Okay, so here's how I learned the minor pentatonic scale. Just like everybody else, I lived in that box for a long time. Afterwards, I learned the other shapes of the minor pentatonic scale, but I still would always come back to that kind of home base. So here's how I was able to break out of that box and connect the different modes, if you will, of the minor pentatonic scale. And I did it by learning 3 strings at a time all the way up the neck. So if we're in E minor, and I'm going to play the first position, and then I'm going to go up the neck on just those 3 strings. And then I'm back home. Now that I have those shapes, I'm going to practice improvising only on those 3 strings. As you get more comfortable doing that, you'll see how you kind of break out of this one box that you're really comfortable with, and you start to see places where you can connect other notes. So just that little bridge between our home position here and this position down here, you can see how easy it is to find maybe not a new comfort zone, but a place that feels familiar enough to where you can add a little bit more zest to your improvisation. And the great thing is you always know where your home base is. So if you have your guitar with you, pause the video and see what you come up with only improvising on these bottom 3 strings in the E minor pentatonic scale. Definitely not your standard blues riffs, right? That's what happens when you spread out across the neck these notes. And I am certainly emphasizing this approach. I don't normally play that sporadically up and down the neck. It's always important to try and develop motifs and melodic ideas where you can to build solos, but for this practice, try and be as widespread as you can while you get comfortable transitioning between each box of the minor pentatonic scale. That will help you get out of the kind of robotic playing up and down the scale routine that you may be stuck in from time to time, and help you connect ideas. And you guessed it, The next thing you want to do, once you're comfortable with these bottom 3 strings, is learn these top 3 strings. The exact same idea. Get really good with transitioning and improvising only on those top 3 strings, just like we did with the bottom 3 strings, and then mash them all together. You're going to notice your minor pentatonic playing will completely transform. You'll have new access to notes that maybe you heard in your head but you couldn't quite get out on the guitar neck. This approach helps me with not only the minor pentatonic scale but any scale I learn. And I promise if you practice it in this kind of extreme way where you're really trying to jump around on the neck, it'll make the improvisations that you do in a band setting or in a songwriting setting all the more effective. What do ladybugs eat?
I don't know. Leaves.
Leaves?
Yeah.
No.
Yes?
Are you serious? They eat leaves.
Okay.
They're too small to eat
I'll
leaves.
Google it.
The ladybug is coming towards you.
Ah.
He's got a gigantic shadow. They eat the spider babies.
But they eat the
They're
bugs
good.
that
They're
are
good.
on leaves.
But they're good to leave in our house because they eat the bad bug babies. He just wants to hang out. He's not hurting anything. I'm going to call you Man Bug. Another ladybug has joined us. He wants to eat our food.